Hi DIYers, this is Michael from Alarm Grid, and today I'm going to be answering the question of whether or not you can use a phone line with a Qolsys IQ Panel 2 Plus security system. The answer is no, you cannot use a phone line with the Qolsys IQ Panel 2 or IQ Panel 2 Plus. For one, it doesn't have a phone jack, so you won't be able to insert an RJ31X phone line, or any phone line for that matter. You can't plug in an Ethernet cable or anything like that. Traditionally, alarm systems relied on phone lines before the rise of the internet, before cellular technology became prominent back in the old days, which I don't really remember, I'm too young, but alarm systems relied on phone lines. They would be set up with the phone line and they would have to dial out, kind of like an old dial-up connection that you might remember using. You remember the internet back in the old day, getting online with the dial-up? The panels did something similar. They sent signals across phone lines, and that's how alarm systems worked. But there are problems with phone lines. Phone line communication, if you remember dial-up, it's very slow, and we want alarm monitoring to be fast. You need help quickly. Someone's breaking in, then you got to send out a signal and receive a response quickly, and phone lines aren't good for that. There's also the matter of an intruder. A smart intruder could just go up to the phone line and just take some scissors and cut it. And then you're not sending out any phone line signals. Oddly enough, you'll still find phone lines on some hardwired panels, and actually even as recently as last year, Interlogix, before they went out of business, their panels still had phone lines. You could set up a phone line. So, and some people do still use them. They are usable, but we really don't recommend them. We recommend cellular communication, which the Qolsys IQ Panel 2 Plus offers. It has a built-in LTE cellular communicator. Cellular communication is great because it's super reliable. It almost never goes down as long as you have a strong enough cell signal. The Qolsys IQ Panel 2 can also do internet connectivity through Wi-Fi. Connects to a local Wi-Fi network. For Alarm.com, you have to have it on cellular. You have to register the cellular communicator. So you're going to need to pay for cellular monitoring and activate the cellular communicator. Internet is technically optional, but most users, they end up using it anyway just because, well, you usually have Wi-Fi in your house and you can just, connect it to the internet, and it's always good to have a second path available. If you are in an area where there is not good cellular coverage, you just can't get good cell coverage, you have a few options. One option is to get a cellular antenna or a cellular amplifier to try to boost the cell signals. That's what you could do with the IQ2 if you're having trouble getting a good reception. There are AT&T LTE and Verizon LTE options, so if one works better in your area, get that version of the IQ2. You could also consider getting a panel that can do IP only, internet only, such as a Honeywell panel. Like I said, Alarm.com requires that you have cellular set up on your system. You have to have a cellular communicator. But if you get a Honeywell panel, then you could do an IP-only option. And some users do that to save money because IP monitoring is a little bit less expensive usually than cellular monitoring. This can vary depending upon the monitoring company you're working with, but with Alarm Grid, we can definitely say that our cellular plans are a bit more expensive, but the benefit is that cellular is more reliable. As you may know, the internet goes down sometimes. If your router doesn't have a backup battery or another way to stay powered on, like a power generator or something, then it will go offline when you lose electricity. So that won't happen with cellular. The panel has a backup battery and it can still perform cellular communication when the power's out. So we have our IQ2 here. I just want to show you where you would find the IMEI number to activate the cellular communicator, just to show you something on the panel here. Again, you can't do phone line on this, but you will be activating cellular if you're activating your IQ2 for monitoring. So we're at the main screen of the IQ2. We're going to click the small gray bar at the top, and we're going to choose Settings, and we're going to choose Advanced Settings, and then we're going to enter in our installer code, which ours is at the default of 1111. We're going to choose About, and then we're going to go to Cellular, and you can see down here we have our IMEI number. We can see a signal strength, some other information. The IMEI you will need to provide when activating. So we recommend just writing that down, maybe taking a picture and storing it somewhere place. So that's what you can do with the IMEI. You can provide that to your monitoring company and you activate your system. So that answers the question of whether or not you can use phone line with the Qolsys IQ Panel 2 Plus. You cannot use phone line. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up below to like the video, And remember to subscribe to our channel for updates on future videos. And if you want to learn more about the IQ2, you have any questions about monitoring, send an email to support@alarmgrid.com. We hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.